Hi there, thanks for joining me today on Cooking with Joyce. We are going to make a frittata that's made out of Spanish rice I made from scratch last night for dinner. So I want to, with the frittata, it's going to be a nice breakfast sausage that has no MSG. That's very important to me. So you want to cook this thoroughly, make it in nice little small chunks, and then we'll let it cool and add it to the rest of the ingredients in a minute. Okay, so what we do is take the Spanish rice left over from last night, just put this in the bowl. It's cold, nice and seasoned and everything. You just put this in the bowl. It's about 3 cups that I have left over. About 3 cups, 3.5. Okay, kind of loosen it up because you know how rice kind of binds together. Then you'll add the seasonings. I like to add the green onions that are already sauteed. I like to cook onions before I put them in the product because it gives it a better flavor. The flavor comes out, plus they're softer. If you put raw green onions in there, they're kind of crunchy and just real oniony. So I like to cook the onions before. All right? So put those in there. Mix those all up. Did I get them all out? Kind of stir the onions in there. See, that's enough. And that was about, I think like a half cup of cooked onions.
10 cups.
So we get the nice sauteed onions all mixed in to the rice. See, that's a good variety. Okay, so you get the green onions all mixed in, all of the sauteed green onions. Make sure they're all nice and cooked. Then you're gonna add the meat, this crumpled up breakfast sausage. Mix that in. This is a really cool recipe, or cool something to cook really if you've lost time, if you need to do something in a hurry. Just take some of your leftover rice, mix up some sausage. We're gonna add some seasonings too. About a teaspoon of rosemary. Love the rosemary. It just really sneaks up on you. About 2 teaspoons of garlic. Love my garlic. Gotta add the salt. You need a little salt, a little bit, because the sausage already has some salt to it. So you don't want to add too much salt because like I said, the cheese and the sausage already has salt. You don't want to make it too salty. And my favorite, red pepper. Cayenne pepper, and a little Cajun seasoning. Let's see, how much do I put in there? I think that was about a tablespoon. Yep. All right. Mix that all up. Just mix it up really well. Now, you want to add the cheese. It's going to be about, this is about 2 cups of cheese, and I like to use pepper jack. Pepper jack is a really fun cheese to use because it kind of adds a little extra flavor to your dishes. Plus, it's nice and it's just flavorful. I messed up. So that was about 2.5 cups of pepper jack cheese. And then I did whisk the eggs ahead of time. There's about 5 eggs in here. So 5 eggs, I whisk them up first to kind of get them kind of fluffy so that they don't cake up in your recipe. So we'll fold the cheese in first. Fold it up first, get it all nice and mixed in. Cheese on the counter. Now we add the whisked eggs. Like I said, there's 5 eggs in here. Just pour those in there. And fold those in. Fold it into the frittata. The 5 eggs is really cool. It helps bind the recipe together. And when you end up with a nice square of flavorful frittata. So yummy. See that? See that? How it just kind of gets a little together. The egg binds it all together. Mix it up really well. Kind of fold it in, all angles. And now it's going into a buttered baking pan. It's over here a little bit. This is one of the easiest things to make. If you want to do anything, you know, if you have like a function you need to go to and you don't have a lot of ingredients in the house, just go ahead and take your leftover rice, put some meat in there, some cheese, onions, you're good. It's really tasty. Yeah. There we go. Spread this out, kind of make it a little even. All right, here we go. Done deal. Easy, right? Maybe I shouldn't do that, huh? Easy, right? Put that in there. And we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Watch this. Preheated oven, yes, at 350 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and let it bake, and then we'll show you the finished product when it's all done. Oh yeah, beautiful frittata, sizzling. It's all done. Put that here. We'll let it cool for a bit and be ready to serve. Do like this. Go ahead, just cut a nice square. Look at that, it's on a buttered dish, as I said before. See how it comes out nice and clean? And look at that, nice piece of frittata. So today, the health tip is, if you noticed, I said the sausage was without MSG. I try to, well, actually I do use products that have no MSG in it. It is so dangerous for us. It's toxic. It's actually a salt that's chemically converted into a flavor enhancer. Did you know that? Yeah, MSG is all bad. It's toxic. It causes diabetes, seizures, high blood pressure, excessive weight gain, stroke, and other health problems. So you want to be sure to read your labels on all of your spices. Read your labels. And if it says, you want to get things that says no MSG. And also what happens is, on the back of it, it'll say, they'll try to trick you. It'll say spices. And guess what? That's another way that they use the word spices to hide MSG in that product. So be mindful, please be mindful. It's probably causing headaches or dry mouth. You're probably really, really thirsty. Some people can't even have a bite of MSG. Their throats will swell up, or there's just all kinds of things that it will do to you on a smaller scale. On a larger scale, it causes other health problems. So be mindful, no MSG, okay? Thank you. As you can see, the frittata was a really simple meal to make out of leftover Spanish rice. Remember, if you'd like to cook something, you need a little help with it, I'd be happy to help you with that. Hit me up on Instagram or email me and we can do it together. Thanks again for joining me on Cooking with Joyce.